Welcome to Bansuri Q&A. I am Dr. Kerry Kriger of IndianFluteMusic.com, and this is episode 15 of Bansuri Q&A. Today's question comes from Richard Sandilands in Australia, a member of Indian Flute Music, so he fortunately gets priority with getting his questions answered here. One of the many perks of being a member of Indian Flute Music, where I teach ragas, talas, that's rhythm, melody, compositions, tons, how to improvise, how to play different melodies beautifully on the Bansuri bamboo flute. So go check out members.indianflutemusic.com. And today's question from Richard is on how to tune your digital tambura. And Richard asks, I have iTabla Pro, but for some reason tamburas 1 and 2 are off, and if I tune them, I'm wondering what tuning should they be? Pa, ma, ni, etc. I have in the background a digital tambura playing. It's on iOS. The app is iTabla Pro. And to have that going, first you need to tune it to your saw 3 holes down, so that's the main note. So right here, I'm playing an F, and as you can see right here, it's at +8. I've discussed that in different episodes, earlier episodes of Bansuri Q&A. Today I'm going to talk about these notes that Richard mentioned, and it says down here for the 2 tamburas. So note I came to this field down here in blue. Says controls, and then I have pa, ma, ni. Sorry if they're out of focus. Pa, ma, ni. I can even hit this to get choices of lots of other notes. But to answer your question, where should it be? It depends on the raga, and for most ragas, put both of them to pa. You have 2 rows here because we have 2 tamburas playing. That comes from this option, tambura 1 and tambura 2. You don't need 2. You could turn one off if you wanted, but I like them. I play with them on. And so it's usually at pa, and what that means, or why that is based on the raga. Does the raga have pa? If so, then it's probably going to be at pa on the tambura. There are various ragas with pa, not too many, but there are some, specifically Bagashri and Todi. And even though those ragas have pa, you don't have the pa set. You don't have the tambura set to pa. You set it to a different note, because in those 2 ragas, you specifically avoid pa much of the time, and you use it infrequently and with a certain purpose. So if pa were playing in the background, that would kind of contradict the way that the raga works, and that you're usually avoiding pa. But those are rare examples. Most ragas, if they have pa, such as Bhupali, Hansadwani, Durga, Kafi, Kirwani, Bhairavi, and many, many other common ragas, it's going to be set to pa. When, then, should you change it to ma? In which ma is that? That's Shuddh Ma. You change it to Shuddh Ma. Shuddh Ma will be the second most common option. And basically what's going on is it's a digital reproduction of a traditional instrument that's a big gourd with a long section that usually has 4 strings, maybe 5 or 6, usually 4. And the pa I'm talking about is the very first note. Pa, and then sa, sa, sa are the other notes, which includes the middle sa and low sa that we can't hit on the flute. But basically the first string plucked is the one that we're referring to right here. So let's switch them to ma. They're going to go to Shuddh Ma now. That's what that means. My handy little speaker. We can hear that it sounds different now. That's because Shuddh Ma gives a different feeling. We're going to use Shuddh Ma when we have a raga that has no pa in it, but it does have a Shuddh Ma in it. So, Malcones. malkones, chandrakones, and various other ragas that do not use pa, but they do have a Shuddh Ma. On those ragas, you will almost certainly put your tambura to the Shuddh Ma. What about other options? The third most common option for me will be sa. And I use that when a raga does not have pa and it does not have a Shuddh Ma. For instance, marwa, ni re ga ma da ni sa with a tivra ma. So I don't want it at pa or Shuddh Ma because those notes are not in the raga. So I put it to sa. You could alternatively, and that's why all the notes are given as options in the app, because you could use an important note from the raga, such as in marwa, da, Shuddh da is a very important note, and therefore I could set it to Shuddh da. I won't do that right now. You can figure out how to do that and note that when you do it, the sound changes. So you could put it at da, but I usually prefer either pa, Shuddh Ma, or sa. Be careful if you veer from those, and be careful if you veer from the rules that I've laid out right here. The best always is to have a guru, and your guru, when you learn the new raga, your guru should tell you where to put the tambura. And I'm going to end this, since we're on Shuddh Ma, I'll just keep playing some malkones. Thanks for watching the video. I am Dr. Kerry Kriger, IndianFluteMusic.com. Enjoy your flute playing.